Okay, so I just saw the trailer for the Batman Ninja anime coming in 2018, and I am mad. Okay, but let's go over why. Now, just for clarity, I'm not mad that it's an anime. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm mad because of some stupid decisions that they're making with some of the characters. Okay, I'll go over that soon. But first off is Batman himself. The anime is called Batman Ninja, but yet right here on the front screen, it's clearly that he's a samurai. He's a samurai right here in the front picture, and in the fight with him and Joker in the trailer, he's also a samurai. So, calling him Batman Ninja kinda defeats the purpose. It just really does. The other people are Alfred, Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, Catwoman, and a few others, and a few Batman villains, and Gorilla Grodd. But anyway, let's get on to the things that really annoyed me. One thing that I really hated was the character choices. One was the Penguin fighting. Now, I'm sure Penguin has had some really good stories in the past, but he's never been much of a fighter. He's always mostly hid behind guns or his umbrellas to fire. He's never really been much of a martial arts fighter. And in an anime revolving around medieval Japan, he's gonna have to be doing some fighting. And I just don't see that going too well for him, but his choice is nothing compared to the one that I hated the most. But I'll get to her in a second. They also added Deathstroke, which I'm pretty happy about, and they're handling him pretty well. He's looking like a badass and he's firing an actual ranged weapon, which is really good. Slade already knows martial arts and is very skilled with swords and guns, so he fits in very well here. But the biggest thing that I hated was the inclusion of Poison Ivy. Now then, as you can see right here, this is a screenshot from the trailer I saw. She's fighting with a katana. And, in case you didn't know, Poison Ivy fucking sucks at hand-to-hand combat and with weapons. She just sucks at it. She can't do it. Because every time she's fought in comics with hand-to-hand combat, she's always got her ass kicked, no matter what. She only fights with her plants and her toxins. That's the only reason she's a threat. She's never been a threat physically. Because she doesn't know how to fight. She relies on her plants to do all of the work, her toxins to make people obey her, and all that kind of stuff. The best that she ever did in hand-to-hand combat was when she slapped Catwoman because Catwoman's guard was down because she was trying to trick Poison Ivy. That's the only time she's ever been a threat. Plus that time she kicked Joker in the balls. That's it. But here she's fighting with a katana, and it's just pathetic because she's not a fighter. Like, here's how bad she is at hand-to-hand combat. Every time she's tried to fight hand-to-hand, she gets her ass kicked by everybody. Heck, Alfred has more physical training than Poison Ivy does. Alfred has trained with the British Armed Guard and the Special Forces. Alfred works with the Bat family. Heck, if you give Alfred a katana, Poison Ivy a katana, take away her poisons, and take away her plants, and make them fight, in under 30 seconds, Poison Ivy will be on the ground, bleeding out. That is how horrible she is at hand-to-hand combat. And yet, they have her fighting with a katana, making it seem impressive when it's not. Poison Ivy's just horrible at hand-to-hand combat, so this is just a really bad decision. So, Poison Ivy, I know a lot of people like her, but she's just not a physical threat. Never has, but apparently will be. Or maybe not, because these anime shows like to use a lot of fodder fights that leave nothing. Which is probably what she's gonna be. But, of course, since it's a Batman thing, the main villain's obviously gotta be Joker. I would have really liked if they used somebody else, because Joker's everywhere, but it is what it is. But, so yeah, the fight that would end the anime, I'm going to assume, is Batman and Joker fighting on top of the big roof of, say, the Empire's castle, and it's just a one-on-one bloody fight. This fight in particular that we see. Now, I'm not mad that they're letting Joker be a physical threat, because in comics, Joker actually is a pretty big physical threat. In Endgame, when him and Batman actually fought, they actually ended up killing each other in their fight. Yeah, Joker held his own enough to make Batman die. Batman also did hold his own in that fight too. Both came back, but yeah. So Joker being the final guy that's able to match Batman physically for a big epic fight with katanas and swords and all this, it doesn't really matter much to me because Joker at least can fight. Like, here is the actual image from the comic Endgame where they fought. Yeah, both are pretty damaged. Batman's missing an eye. He's got 2 knives in his back. He's bleeding from many places. Same with Joker. They're both just really going at it in this fight. So, these two just fighting like this at the end, it makes sense. But, yeah, the main reason for all of this hate in this rant is Poison Ivy's being an actual fighter. Because anyone who knows the character knows that she can't fight physically worth shit. She can't. In an Injustice, the game that's supposed to make people who don't fight that good look good, she still doesn't even do it that much. All she does is like pokes, and a lot of it's from the little things on her hands. Or the plants she'll summon. Poison Ivy just doesn't fight good. She never has. In the animated series, she didn't fight good. In comics, she definitely don't fight good. Here, she shouldn't fight good. Oh yeah, they also, they made Harley Quinn look somewhat like a, traditional Japanese attractive girl. Which, I mean, it's Harley Quinn. That already happens to her in comics. They make her look attractive, so, you know, sales. And it's Japan, so they're not gonna, like, stray away from that. And another thing is Two-Face. Two-Face, just like Poison Ivy, is not much of a physical threat. He is a gang boss or gang leader like the Penguin. They're not physical fighters. They always hide behind their guns or their men. But since this is anime, yes, I can say that with this, obviously the weaklings are gonna be the minions, and when we finally get to the boss, they're gonna be like this super badass fighter. Which is fucking stupid. Cause Harvey Dent can't fight. He just can't. Like, in the Batman movie, when he was going to kill the kid, all it took to beat him and kill him was just shove him off a tall platform. That's all it did. He had no good fight. I mean, sure, he's a threat to normal people because he has a gun pointed at their head. That'll put you ahead of anybody in real life. But this is a fictional world where people will probably be dodging your bullets like it's nothing, or you're just gonna miss because you're the bad guy. This anime is headed for a bad way, man. I will not be watching this because it just reeks of garbage with all these choices. Okay, I might watch the fights on YouTube, but I'm definitely not gonna watch this story for the plot. Because a lot of the dumb choices. Poison Ivy, not a fighter. Penguin, not much of a fighter. Joker is a fighter. But a lot of the villains that they chose are not traditional fighters. And I don't even know why they included Gorilla Grodd. Isn't he like a Flash villain? Why is he fighting Batman? I don't know. Then we got that guy next to Joker said I don't know who that is right away. But for the most part, all this just looks horrible to me. Not to mention, the title is again Batman Ninja, but yet Batman is a samurai. It just makes no sense. Literally, everyone down here in the bottom row, even Alfred, can beat Penguin, Two-Face, and Poison Ivy. If you take away her plants and toxins, she's nothing. She's nothing. And will always be a nothing. That's how it is. Alfred was able to knock out Bane with gas and break out of prison with the guy. Think I'm lying? Boom, right here. Him and him are fighting like these creatures or mutated people, and they're killing them left, right, and center. Alfred's holding his own. He even knocks out Bane in the end with a spurt of gas because he knows the place. Alfred has more combat skills than Two-Face, Poison Ivy, and the Penguin combined. And yet they're making them out to be such huge threats. It's just pathetic. But anyway, that was the video. Hope you enjoyed it.